one of the reasons that I personally love to come along to the landlord investment shows is that I get a chance to meet up with some of my favourite property ladies, and I am with one now. It's the lovely Jeni Browne from Mortgages for Business. And Jeni, I think you're such a star and such a great advocate for women in property, and also obviously we've just joined forces with Mortgages for Business, PropertyTribes, Mortgages for Business in partnership. So great time to talk to you. I think over 4,000 landlords here today. It's been an amazing turnout, hasn't it?
It's been incredible, really, really busy. And I think I'm definitely sensing a lot more positivity in the room than I have done in maybe previous shows of late. So it's been really, really good.
It's fantastic, isn't it? Because also a lot of people have been saying there's a lot of new landlords coming out. I'm sure you've had many, many conversations here today. Are you seeing kind of newcomer landlords as well coming back into the sector?
Yeah, we are. So we're definitely seeing some new people come in. But what's also really exciting for us is we're seeing landlords that we haven't really seen for maybe 7 to 10 years coming back out as well. So yeah, there's lots of people I think who are just getting more interested in property again after the last kind of quiet couple of years period.
Now I think so many changes in the sector over the last 3 to 5 years. Landlords have kind of felt they've had a hammering. We've had Section 24, which is obviously pushed many landlords to incorporate, and you've seen a lot more landlords going down the limited company route, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've definitely seen landlords incorporating. I think some are holding off because I think there's some real confusion around what the right advice is in terms of how that should look, and there's some real nervousness. But what we are absolutely seeing is a shift towards limited company purchases, so people buying new properties. At Mortgages for Business, around 80% of our new purchase business is now through limited companies.
Really?
Yeah, it's that high, yeah.
And we're seeing lenders come through with much more competitive products as well. So from that point of view, when the kind of demand for a product increases, you get more lenders come into the sector, and then you get kind of more competitive rates, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we've seen new lenders come into that market, and actually when new lenders launch into buy-to-let generally at the moment, they're always coming into the limited company space. Yeah, the most recent addition is Habito, who have gone straight in with limited company lending. So that's really, really encouraging. And I think, very much so, the margins or the cost of borrowing through a company have come down. So whereas the difference used to be about 1.5% personal to limited company difference, it's down to more like about 0.5% now. So the compression has become, very, very good.
It's interesting. I think, obviously at Mortgages for Business, you provide the full gamut of financial products to help landlords grow. And I think, and I don't know whether you agree, but I think one of the most powerful strategies in the current market conditions is to buy a refurb project, obviously for cash or bridging, add value to it, and then rent it out, and then take out a buy-to-let mortgage to recycle as much as your cash as possible. Are you seeing landlords having to leave a lot of cash in deals, or how's that working out?
Yeah, so what we tend to find, there are kind of 3 types of lenders who can do, or 3 types of approaches to remortgages. So there are those lenders who will say, I don't care that you've done a refurb, I will not touch this property until you've owned it for at least 6 months. And after 6 months, we will remortgage it based on the open market value. There are some lenders that say that, okay, we will remortgage it within 6 months of ownership, but we will only value it based on what you have paid for it and what you have spent on it. So that will be lower than the open market value. But there are also a couple of lenders, and it is only just a couple, who will refinance within the 6 months of ownership based on open market value, as long as you can just demonstrate that you've done some kind of works to the property. So there's a real mixture amongst those.
And I think what you've just hit on there, Jeni, is the value of a mortgage broker, because if you don't know all the products out there, you don't know all the criteria of them, you don't know if you even fit their criteria, you can waste a lot of time even making applications and then being knocked back. And I think we're very keen to stress at PropertyTribes that particularly in these challenging circumstances for landlords that want to grow, a mortgage broker is absolutely vital part of your team.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, as a broker, one of the most wonderful things you hear is, I just thought I'd call you as a last resort. I've been told that I can't do this. My own bank said no. Everyone's telling me it can't be done. And as a broker, when you're able to say to someone, actually, yeah, we can definitely do this. We can certainly help you. It's really, really rewarding.
It is, and I think it's so important to point out that the high street banks only have access to their products, and they may not have much of an appetite for any kind of more creative, more sophisticated structures and the way deals are set up. And so when you come to a whole of market broker like MFB, who do this day in, day out, you know all the lenders, what their appetite is, and you can place the client with them. So again, that helps landlords grow.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think, that's really the key, is that people just want to get on, and the landlords are looking just to do a really good job, expand their portfolios, make a good return. And I think as a brokerage, we're really happy just to be able to help the PropertyTribes members do that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we're so looking forward to having this partnership with you. Jenny is a member of PropertyTribes. She is going to be on hand to answer any questions that you may have. And we do invite you to, get in touch with Mortgages for Business via PropertyTribes if you're thinking of raising finance for your next project. You may even get to speak to Jenny herself.
Thank you.
So thank you, Jenny.
Thanks so much.